Welcome to Pulse of Africa channel, your reliable place for real up-to-date news from across Africa. If this is your first time here, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you stay updated, informed, and connected to what's really happening from across the continent. Your engagement keeps our voice alive and strong. Disclaimer: the content of this video is based on credible, publicly available information, official statements, and other authentic online materials. It is intended for educational, analytical, and informational purposes only. We do not promote hate, violence, misinformation, or political unrest. Our sole objective is to provide context-rich insight into current affairs, amplify local perspectives, and support informed dialogue across Africa. In a recent address, following Trump's confrontation with South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa on Wednesday, 21st May in Washington, Julius Malema, leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters EFF, made a provocative claim back home in response to Trump's statements about white genocide in South Africa. He asserted that white South Africans' primary fear isn't violence or land expropriation, but equality. These remarks have reignited discussions on race, privilege, and the true state of reconciliation in South Africa. Malema argues that the resistance from some white South Africans isn't about potential violence or economic loss, but about relinquishing long-standing privileges. He suggests that true equality threatens the status quo that has benefited the white minority since the apartheid era. He further criticized the African National Congress, labeling them as cowards, too afraid to challenge white dominance, especially regarding land redistribution. Malema emphasized that the FF's goal isn't to oppress white people, but to achieve genuine equality for all South Africans.
Don't preach reconciliation. The victims are the ones who are preaching reconciliation. Victims, because who are begging. I'm not Cyril Ramaphosa, I don't beg them. I will never beg them. They are going to stay here if they agree to be equal to black people. And I can tell you, my brother, I hear your accent. South African whites, they don't fear war. They don't fear blood. They don't fear any land taken from them. They know it will never happen. They fear equality. That's the only thing they are scared of. That they are going to be equal to monkeys. That's the only thing they fear. They know this Malema, they've listened to my talks. They know even when they reported me to Human Rights Commission, there's nothing hate about what this guy is saying. They know that. My crime is to demand an equality. That's a crime I'm committing in this country. To demand that the white minorities must come down from their high horses and humble themselves and work with fellow South Africans. These Africans have got no problem with whites. Actually, they love them too much. Some of them hate me because they think I hate white people. Hey, this one is going to make whites go. This one. They hate me for that. That's how much they love white people. They are prepared to sacrifice their own brother in protection of white people. That's how much they love. They have no problem with it. It is white people who have a problem with Africans. They do not see themselves being at the same level with Africans. And it's not only the white farmers, it's not the white managers in the newsrooms. It's not the white editors only. Go to the Supreme Court of Appeal in the judiciary. I sit in the JSC there. How the white judges in the Supreme Court of Appeal look down at their colleagues at the highest level of educated whites. Don't think it's just a child of a farmer who has a problem with black people. An educated white judge at the highest level has got a problem with an educated and over-educated African judge. When they write a judgment, they ridicule the judgments of Africans.
While the government has discussed expropriation without compensation, actual implementation has been limited. Malema's EFF has been vocal about accelerating this process to address historical injustices. Internationally, these discussions have caught attention. The current US President, Donald Trump, recently claimed that white South African farmers are victims of genocide, presenting misleading evidence during a meeting with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. These claims have been debunked, with fact-checkers highlighting inaccuracies in the presented materials by Trump.
These are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. 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 Horrible death. Death. I don't know. To pick anyone, white South Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all, I mean, I'll give these to you.
No,
so when you say, what would I like to do? I don't know what to do. Look at this. White South African couple say that they were attacked violently. And,
President Trump, when will you go and see for yourself if it isn't?
well, I could do that. Look, here's burial sites all over the place. These are all white farmers that are being buried. And he asks about a jet that was given. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know, you are so bad. You're such a bad reporter. This is one after another. This family was wiped out. I'm just looking.
Can we get a report from President Ramaphosa?
Your reaction to those videos, Mr. President?
Well, I think the videos are so. No. When you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what. And I have other friends in South Africa. I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land. They take your land and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now we're going to talk about it, but this is a tremendous look. This is a story recent. Yeah. These are all people that recently got killed.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it can get any worse. These are. And you know, the men that you saw, the people that you saw in that movie, those are officials. Those are people that were in office. They had one march. They had a dance in your parliament, whatever you may call it, legislature.
Well, let me clarify that.
Yeah,
let me clarify that, because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately, through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now been utilized.
The farmers are not black. I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black. And the people that are being killed in large numbers, and you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going, I guess on a Sunday morning, they told me, to pay respect to their loved ones that were killed. Their heads chopped off. They died violently. And you know, I mean, we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here. But I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake, like NBC, which is fake news, totally, one of the worst, ABC, NBC, CBS, horrible. But if they weren't fake news like this jerk that we have here, if we had real reporters, they'd be covering it. But the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that.
The South African Human Rights Commission has previously taken legal action against Malema for statements perceived as hate speech. President Ramaphosa, in contrast, has maintained a more diplomatic approach, emphasizing the importance of unity and downplaying claims of targeted violence against white South Africans. His recent meeting with Trump showcased his commitment to countering misinformation and promoting a balanced narrative about the country's challenges. Malema's statements, while controversial, highlight the urgency of addressing systemic issues that persist decades after apartheid's end. As South Africa continues to grapple with its past and envision its future, the question remains, can the nation achieve true equality without confronting uncomfortable truths? For us in West Africa and the Sahel, South Africa's experiences offer valuable insights into the challenges of nation-building, reconciliation, and justice. How do we ensure that our own societies address historical inequalities while fostering unity? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe that confronting privilege is essential for progress? Or should the focus be on unity and moving forward? Don't forget to subscribe to Pulse of Africa for more in-depth discussions on the continent's most pressing issues. Together, let's explore the pulse of our nations.